What began as an online joke has transformed into one of India's biggest youth-led protest movements. Wearing cockroach masks and camping at Delhi's Janta Mantar, thousands of students have turned satire into a symbol of resistance against alleged exam irregularities, unemployment and the governance issues. And as the movement grows, one question dominates the debate: that is the Cockroach Janta Party just a protest, or could it reshape India's political discourse? Well, firstly, let us understand that how did it all begin. Notably, the Cockroach Janta Party emerged in May 2026 after a reported remark referring to unemployed youth as cockroaches. Sparked outrage. Instead of rejecting the label, students embraced it as a badge of resilience. And what started as a satirical social media campaign soon resonated with thousands of aspirants frustrated by repeated paper leaks and delayed recruitment and the limited job opportunities. But why are students protesting? Notably, at the heart of the movement are allegations of repeated irregularities in competitive examinations. Protesters claim that paper leaks in exams such as NEET UG, CUET, CBSE and several recruitment tests have disrupted the careers of lakhs of students. And their major demands include resignation of Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, independent investigation into the paper leaks, strong safeguards against examination fraud, reforms in the recruitment and examination system, greater accountability of examination agencies. Well, this raises one question into our mind: that how did an online campaign become a nationwide movement? The movement quickly shifted from social media to the streets, as on June 6, students gathered at Janta Mantar carrying books, the national flag and wearing cockroach masks. And as the sit-in continued, support poured in from students, professionals and volunteers across the nation, and several gurdwaras organized langar, while people from different states sent food and essential supplies. Demonstrations and solidarity protests were later reported from multiple cities as the Sansad Chalo March, that is the biggest turning point. The agitation reached a new level on July 20 when CJP called for a Sansad Chalo March demanding action over the alleged exam irregularities and the resignation of the Education Minister. Thousands attempted to march from Janta Mantar towards the parliament, but Delhi police imposed restrictions and erected barricades around the parliament area. And as protesters moved forward, clashes broke out with security personnel, making the protest one of the year's most discussed political developments. The lathi charge and the police action. Notably, police used baton charges such as lathi charge, tear gas and barricading in order to stop protesters from reaching parliament, and several videos of the confrontation went viral on social media platforms. Authorities later removed protest tents and stage at the Janta Mantar and registered multiple FIRs that were linked to the demonstrations. Delhi police also rejected several viral claims circulating online and urged people to rely only on verified information. The police action intensified the debate, with critics calling it excessive, while authorities defended it as necessary in order to maintain law and order. Well, what is the current situation and dynamics? Notably, despite the crackdown, the protests continue and students regrouped at Janta Mantar resumed their sit-in and ensured to continue until their demands are addressed. And the movement also gained momentum after activist Sonam Wangchuk, who began an indefinite hunger strike in support of the protesters, emerged as one of its prominent faces. CJP leader says that talks have been held with union ministers but insists that the agitation will continue until concrete action is announced. So what has been the political reactions then? The protests have received support from several opposition parties, including Aam Aadmi Party, Samajwadi Party, Trinamool Congress, Shiv Sena, UBT and left parties, with many leaders visiting the protest site. And the BJP, however, has alleged that the agitation is being politically motivated and has defended the government's efforts in order to reform the examination system. And Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan has rejected demands for his resignation. Well, could the protest affect the government as well? The movement has brought examination reforms, youth unemployment and accountability into the national spotlight, increasing pressure on the government. However, protesters alone do not determine the stability of a government, and their long-term political impact will depend on public support, the government's response, and whether the movement expands beyond examination-related issues into a broader youth campaign. So what has been the bottom line? Well, the Cockroach Janta Party has already succeeded in making examination reforms and youth concerns central to the national conversation. Whether it becomes a defining political movement or remains a powerful pressure campaign is yet to be seen. And for now, one thing is certain: What started as an online satire has evolved into a nationwide youth movement that refuses to be ignored. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.